Like he shouldn't be.
Who here watches football? None of you play football.
But you probably. Player.
Yeah, but we don't shame footballers.
He shouldn't be like, oh, you do.
Why do we shame workers?
Right.
It's the oldest job ever existing.
No,
there are even animals prostituting themselves. Penguins prostitute themselves for paddles.
Prostitution is not the oldest profession, first of all.
Yeah,
no?
It is one of the first jobs ever.
How so?
How about fishermen?
I don't know. I
don't know which one came first, but
I just feel like
also, who cares
like,
if
who comes
if
first,
it's the
chicken or
oldest
egg?
profession? What does it matter if it's the oldest profession?
Still, there's so much shame against it.
Hold on. Wait, you know what else has been around for a really long time? Like just back before there were laws and shit, like a caveman would just go and murder like another caveman or their entire family and then like take the wife and essay her. Is that just because it happened a really long time ago and it was happening for a really long period of time, does that mean it's okay?
But you're now telling that killing should be fine against workers.
What?
How can you say that?
How did you even get that from what I said?
You get it. You said
no.
Oh, yeah.
You said,
that man killed that.
It's the oldest profession. It's been going on for so long. Yeah. And then like absolute brutality back before like humans had laws and shit.
Okay.
Men, the big strong man with the bigger club came and like killed all the men in this village and then took all the women and essayed them. Is that okay?
That was an animal. No, that wasn't okay. But shaming somebody that chooses...
but it happened a really long time ago.
How about bikini models?
Huh?
They get paid going on the runway.
Even top models are healthy during the runway.
Our Bezo in Miami, all these women are outside.
Look, I'm not even making
There's
necessarily...
a big space that women are doing that.
I'm not even necessarily making a criticism about work. What I'm saying is, you guys are demanding, you're saying all these shoulds about men should do this, men should have integrity, men should pay for first dates, men should protect, men should provide.
Men should
are
want
you
to do
deserving
those things.
of that? Like as a woman, here's the thing, right? Y'all want all the traditional treatment. You're modern. You guys are modern women who want traditional men. I think if you want traditional treatment from men, you should be a traditional woman. Does that mean? How about this? Bare minimum. Don't be other men on camera. I'm not saying that that's what you do. Maybe you do it. I don't know. Have you done BG content?
What's BG?
Boy, girl.
Okay, sorry.
No, I don't do any like
or
porn.
just
or
don't
even,
have
like, with
don't
myself.
do OF where you're like chatting with dudes and getting them to like what's the like PC term? Coom. You're getting these random dudes to coom and you're faking relationships with them and you're posting nude photos that are going to be out there forever. Your future husband and your children are not going to appreciate that.
Could be, but if you think about it, if a man goes and look for her, it means that he's fine with her lifestyle and he respects her.
Yeah,
right?
sure. There are going to be men. Look,
but does she want those men? That's the disconnect. Does she want those men? And is it inconceivable for y'all to know that a man wants exclusivity?
No, I would love to give that to a man.
But you guys are also taking an easy out.
I have a question.
Hold on.
What do you mean?
Go ahead.
An easy out is, we know that men get turned on and want to ejaculate. Mm-hmm. You're monetizing off of that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done anything like that. I am wanting the traditional treatment. And so when I come up against women like you...
Do you get it?
What do you mean?
Like the traditional treatments.
My last relationship, he courted.
Often, like every man?
My 20s, I was no boundaries. That's what we're talking about here, is women who have boundaries and women who don't have boundaries. Men are saying they feel safe with a woman who shows the world, I have boundaries with how I'm going to share my sexuality, how I'm going to share my body. No.
That's what we was going to say. We thought you was going to keep going.
I thought you were going to say more.
Oh.
Look,
the point was clear.
I guess what I don't understand is, like, many women, you've just completely forsaken and abandoned and cast aside all of this sort of traditional gender expectations and gender roles on your end. But then with the utmost entitlement, Exhibit A, still expect men to adhere to our traditional gender roles. You want a guy to protect you want a guy to provide, you want a guy to pay for everything, you want the courtship, chivalry, blah, blah, blah. If you want gentlemanly treatment, you have to be a lady. A woman who's producing content, you're not a lady.
Yeah,
you don't deserve.
Actually,
now,
I agree with you.
But can you still get
at
it?
Some point.
But here's the thing, you can still get it because there's a lot of And you might even find like a really attractive guy. And a lot of these girls, even if they do, look, there's always some dude around the corner. You'll probably, there's a lot of cope from men like, oh, if she's done this, she's just tainted forever and she's never.
Yeah. That's what it
I think there's
sounds
a lot of simp guys that are going to overlook a whole bunch of bullshit. But if we're having a conversation about like what is deserved, I genuinely think it's kind of a super untenable position for you to have an OF, to be a sex worker, and to say, I want a guy with integrity, and I want a guy to court me, and I want a guy to be a gentleman and
Those are
pay for
basic
days.
things, yeah.
Basic things. You know what's basic? A woman not being a strumpet on the internet. A woman not having her nude photographs all over the internet.
Why not be a waitress? Like, why not? That's
not feminine to me, and I think femininity is more important to me than like how a man like sees me.
Yeah, the perception of others shouldn't touch you, honestly.
I'm not like,
Men take
I don't
women
really
for
care
granted
how
sometimes.
some random guy in the future
If
is
you are
going to perceive
waitress,
me from a time
not
when we weren't
necessarily they
even
will
like
treat
together.
you equally.
Like if I come into like our lives and we then meet from that point on, like that's what matters from that point on.
You think that, but so women, y'all care about a man's future. We care about a woman's past. So this idea that, oh, okay, like most guys are just not going to give a actually, a lot of men are going to care about your past.
But
Unless
why?
you're just going to lie.
Can I ask you why
Why?
you focus a lot on the past?
talking about energies. If you are sleeping with men, I even think if you're enticing a man to look at you in that way by your actions, energy work, you're like inviting in that his energy into you. You sleep with men, you take on their energy. This is why men don't want a high body count. It's essentially the baggage.
Can I ask my
To
question
answer-
before I forget? I've been
go
wrong.
ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Would you guys quit romance for like a man? Like if he was like, I want to settle down and marry you. I have the ring, but I don't want to because
The only reason why I'm doing that is because I don't have a man like that, and in my like, from what I can see, men are not like that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So why would I go waitress 1,000 hours and like sleep deprive myself and lose my feminine energy to like then hope that like a guy will accept me?
So
because I
take the
didn't do
easy
that.
path. Take the easy path.
It's not
do
easy.
something.
It's feminine.
Being a sex worker, what?
Sexuality and sensuality.
I think being a waitress is feminine.
Yeah, being.
She's just saying
being
she has more
being a waitress
ability
is
and
hard.
time
yeah,
to
with
take care of
a
herself.
monogamous partner, but just like having that out there on the internet and just like having a bunch of random dudes come to you, like that's not sensuality. That's just degeneracy.
Well, it's for me and my experience, and like however men see that or whatever they do with that is like up to them. Like I create content that I feel happy with, that I'm comfortable with, that are within my boundaries.
Yeah. So what if a girl sat here and says, I do bukkake gangbang content and I feel happy with that, and men shouldn't judge me because I'm doing like 100 men on camera.
I think that's different.
How's it different?
Because you're actually inviting that energy into your body and you're absorbing it, and women naturally want to submit, and like our hormones absorb and match with the man, like the men that we're sleeping with. So if you're just
Sure, I'll agree with you that there's scales to it. Like a girl who's doing gangbang content, that's probably different than a girl who's posting like solo nude content. But there is still the other component where you're like engaging in these like parasocial relationships with
But
these men. Hold on, let me read your shit again.
Yeah, you said you give the girlfriend experience.
Yeah, you give the girlfriend
I didn't
experience.
write that.
She said before the agency, just like a PR way to attract actually clients.
What's a girlfriend experience?
She's
Come on, you know
I
what that
swear I
is.
don't know.
Girlfriend
Look,
experience when
the-
you chit chat, being very girlfriend, like
Oh, okay.
behaving and talking to your chat, like your clients.
They're basically paying
like
her to act like a
their
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The whole occupation, it's literally to act and fake your love and companionship toward emotionally vulnerable men and exploit them.
yeah.
I don't think it's like a great building block to a healthy relationship. I don't know, like how can you fall in love with someone whose primary skill is faking affection and selling the dream and taking his money?
I had a friend who she worked in the OF community, and she worked at like an office for like this agency. And actually, they have certain people who come into work every day who message these men Like,
Yeah, they're
like the
typers and
girl
chatters.
doesn't actually do it. Like, it's like
She's just
a bunch of like random people who like text them and like they think that they're talking to the girl,
Mhm.
but it's just literally someone who